Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. All right, everybody, we are back. And one of the great guests here everybody loves, Tom Smith. Welcome
Thanks,
back,
man.
my friend.
Yes, thank you so much.
I
love being here with you. This is awesome.
I love having you on, man. And it's a sad day because I understand that this for now is our last show, so I don't want to waste any time here. All I can tell you is if you guys, I know you guys have questions for Tom, use the instant feedback, and maybe if this time at the end we'll try and get to it. But Tom is going to hopefully just, I would think, maybe give us a kind of a recap. Let me just hand it over to Tom because you guys are going to love what he has to say. He's made so much sense. Tom, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, man. It's been a great opportunity. Thanks to Podcast Business News Network and you, my friend, of giving me the opportunity to have this voice that I've never had before. I have no idea where all this is going. Some of them, it's a badge of honor, but it's like your parents, your children, your wives, your husbands, all these people deserve to have you back. And I'm telling you, you can come back, but you're going to have to put the work in. So, man, spread the word, make sure people know what's going on. And after the beginning of these shows, we moved into, because that last show that we did was really, really difficult for me as far
It
as
was a
the
great show,
Americans
though.
taking back America.
It was an
Oh,
amazing show.
Casey, these shows, man, people don't realize it in just the 20 some minutes that we're together, how much it takes out of me. Because you're right, I do give everything I have there. I don't
Passion.
hold anything back. Yeah. And so it's because I really truly care. This is my calling. This is why God created me. And I had to walk through the whole path of my life to get to this point, to be able to look back and say, hey guys, I found a way, and so that's really for me what it is giving information to help.
You even talked to the
but now
kids.
moving in. Yeah, I know, man. That was really cool. And I'm going to a little bit more about that in a minute, but I got into Americans Taking America Back. And that's those two segments we were talking about what's going on in our country today and how our moral compass has been stolen and how we've been separated. And I've been watching some reels, and I've got to throw this out there, man, because there's not a racist bone in my body, and I'm not prejudiced. I grew up in the South in the 70s, man. The black dudes and the black sisters were my closest friends. I lived close to the hood. I mean, I love these guys. I could ride through the hood on my bike and they'd be like, yo, Smitty, I just love them. And so all these guys now I'm seeing pop up on reels that are black dudes, and you're like, whoa, sup? I'm not prejudiced. I don't got nothing against white people. And I'm like, dude, get your voices out there to BLM. And Obama started this crap years ago to separate us. Him and his wife, there's two people that hate white people more in the world than these Obamas. So anyway, yeah, that's right. I did say that. But we as a people, man, need to come together. Red, yellow, black, and white. We're all precious in his sight, man. And we need to take our country back. And we do that by going to the polls. I don't know if that show is going to get out there soon enough for people to really see that. But it was really important for me to be able to voice that, to give people encouragement and to help them understand that we can't look to the government for help any longer. Those days are long gone. Their whole objective around the world is to destroy us, and everybody become this world leader, and everybody's jockeying for position right now because America is the weakest it's ever been in its entire history, because we have no leadership whatsoever. Everything's gone woke, and especially in the military. Hey, man, you guys need to step on off, men and women that are walking into high schools that never, all you ever get to see is them beating somebody up on the street and robbing them, or on the subway, or whatever the case may be. And it's like, I wish somebody would just start a network where there's like nothing but really super great news. And I'm going to pitch this out there, man. Newsy, they're out of Atlanta, Georgia. I've been watching them on TV. That is the most amazing new network, because when they discuss politics, they just report it. They don't give any opinions. They talk about all the amazing people that are in the world and the amazing thing that's going on. And when people start to realize that, they're going to start falling in, because we need to get away from all of this muck and mire and terrorizing us. And it's all fear driven to make us a weaker people. And if we can start thinking for ourselves, and I discussed this in earlier shows and different shows, start spending time with yourself, not only young people, but parents that are single adults. I was one for quite a while, taking care of my two sons when I first got divorced. I understand the stress and how hard that is, but you've got to take care of yourself, mom and dad, or usually moms. I understand you're trying to feed them and pay bills in today's society, and I know it's incredibly stressful. But even if you could go into the bathroom and lock the door for 5 minutes just to have some peace and quiet, and to do deep breathing, and to take care, self-care of yourself, it's just a really super scary situation that we're in. And so I discussed all that stuff with those kids. And my passion in doing all of these shows, Casey, is that all this stuff has been in my head for a long, long time. And I had the opportunity within 23, 24 minutes to be able to put these into some type of an order to be able to educate people. That's really, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not, I'm not famous, I'm not. And Jesus coming back to us, when all this goes down, it's not going to affect us. God's not going to let man, we're not going to blow each other up. Jesus will come back before then. I know that's really super heavy for a lot of people, but I just know that because I spend time with him every day, and I am plugged into the right channels and the right people and the right information of watching what the end times looks like. And dude, we're in it. I mean, it's just crazy. But I'm not afraid though, brother. I have more peace. I have more joy. Peace and joy. The only place you can find that is in a relationship with the Lord. You can buy as much as you want of stuff to make you happy, but after a while, that new car, new shoes, and new whatever is going to get old, and you're going to have to buy it again. That is God's gift to us by having a relationship with Him, is that we actually get to sit in peace and we get to sit in joy. And that's where I live. And so I stopped watching the news, and I don't really care. Um, I don't want to say what happens, because I do, but me and all of my family are set, man. We're all headed that way. We ride in the bus together, and I get to go see my parents again. I get to go see my son, and it's going to be a great celebration. So for those of you that are afraid, man, I'm not preaching to you. Seriously, just all I'm saying is this simple little dude, God changed his life, and he can do the same for you. And I'm not preaching, man. I'm just saying it's really that simple. And I hope that people can find their way that way. So I just had to. It's really interesting. I hadn't planned on saying that, but I guess I was led to. So whoever needed to hear that, hopefully will hear it.
I'm
And I
sure
mean,
someone
anybody
needs
ever
to hear
wants to
that.
talk about anything, well, I just want people to know that you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. And in knowing him and having a relationship, you don't have to be afraid. He's got it. He's got it all in the palm of his hands. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do anything. You
Right.
just have to believe and have faith. And that in and of itself is the peace and the joy that you find in doing that. So this has been a super great opportunity for me. And I am getting ready to be put on Comcast there in New York through PBN, or Podcast Business News. Yeah, PBN. And they're getting the big billboards up in Times Square. So they're
Oh,
going to really
nice.
start pushing all this, Casey. So
Nice.
I don't know what's going to happen from that. If it's shown in TV in New York, somebody might see it. That would be Russian. Yeah, man.
Mr. Producer, when we take a
To the kids,
yeah,
dude, if you really want to go, it's got to be in your heart. This isn't just like, I'm going to give it a shot. Not in the military, you won't.
no, no,
You got to have a real passion for it. But if you get the right thing that you want to be, dude, you can go into nursing, you can go into psychiatry, you can go into dentistry, you can go into the medical field. It's just, you can be an executive chef. It could teach you all these things. The best training in the world's in the military. People don't even know that.
right. Is this before or after boot camp? Where you say?
So right before you go. So
Okay,
in other words, they'll take you into the room, you raise your right hand, you do your you do your oath, and then you sign the contract, and then they shuffle you off, and then you're getting on the whatever train,
and they got
plane,
you.
bus,
You can't
and
leave.
yeah, once you sign that, you're gone.
Got it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
you
your
can't sign
idea
that.
about
Yeah, I
the
mean,
1 year thing. I love
especially,
that.
it's just, or even try the reserves, man. I mean, that's just once a month, that you have to do drill, but you're still in the military. You still have to go to boot camp. They could call you up, and every year for 2 weeks, you get to go play. They call them weekend warriors, you know. But you get to experience it, and then if you really, really like it, then you can roll your contract over into going in full time.
Gotcha.
But the guys and the gals that join the military, they might have had a really horrible experience, but they love it. It's changed our life, and for the rest of your life, you get to be a veteran,
Gotcha.
and all that comes with it.
All right. So, Tom, so you got 5 minutes left here. I'm going to give it to you. I want you to have the floor here for last. If you want to take more questions, we can do that. But I'm giving you the
I'd like to do one more if you have
Sure.
one.
Mr. Producer.
I love that.
Okay.
We have Allison in Salt Lake City says, my husband just came home from active duty recently and he seems quiet. Should I talk to him or let him come around on his own?
The reason why they are quiet, they are lost and they're processing. They don't really know what to do. They're in a new world. If you're saying that he's just coming home, is in cultural shock. All you can really do is love them, treat them as normal as possible. Eventually, they will start to come around somewhat, but do not let them slide off into the abyss. Do not let them just become withdrawn. And I don't really care. I don't care if you're rich or poor. I don't care who you are because he doesn't. I'm here for you. P. Thomas Smith Counseling at gmail.com, and we'll have a conversation.
What a great guest. You're an awesome guy. And same to you, my friend.
Blessings,
my
brother.
friend Tom Smith, everybody, and everybody who wrote in. Thank you so much. And,
Yes, thank you.
Can't wait to hear what you have to say next.
Take care, my brother.
Be with you, Tom. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.